Jesus Christ, right? Jesus.
Okay.
What was his profession, his job? Do you remember?
Yeah, he was a carpenter.
Right? He was a carpenter.
Yeah.
So apparently,
No.
Jesus' profession was never a carpenter.
Stop.
Yeshua wasn't a carpenter, the lost identity of the Messiah. Why do we picture Yeshua holding wood and nails when he lived in a land of stone? What if everything we thought about his trade, even his image, was wrong? And what if that false image was kept from us seeing the strength, power, and purpose behind his mission? In this video, we are going to uncover who Yeshua truly was, a tecton, a word mistranslated for centuries, and how the Roman world reshaped his identity to fit their own image. The word Tekton explained. The word used in the New Testament to describe both Yeshua and his earthly guardian is Tekton. Greek, found in Mark 6 verse 3 and Matthew 13 verse 55, is often translated as carpenter, but Tekton simply means an artisan, craftsman, or builder. It doesn't specify the material used. It could be wood, stone, or metal. Greek scholars and historians agree Tekton is a general term for construction worker or skilled artisan. So how did we land on a carpenter? Simple. The translators were European, projecting their cultural worldview onto a Middle Eastern setting. Let's talk geography. Yeshua grew up in Nazareth, a small town in the Galilee region of Israel. Galilee had very little wood. The most abundant resources, stone, particularly limestone and basalt. Most houses, public buildings, and furniture were carved or shaped from stone. Even roofing and streets were layered with stone slabs. If Yeshua was building anything, it wasn't kitchen chairs. He was likely cutting stone, laying foundations, and building homes like a rugged stonemason. Josephus, a 1st century Jewish historian, describes the region's constructions using stone, earth, and mortar, not wood. So calling him a carpenter creates a false picture. The true image, a strong, rugged, hands-on builder, one who worked with hard materials and knew how to handle weight, balance, and structure. His parables reveal his trade. Now his teachings make even more sense. Yeshua constantly referenced building and construction in his parables. Let's look at a few. Matthew 7:24-27. The wise man built his house on the rock. Only someone who works with stone understands the contrast between rock and sand. Luke 14 verse 28. Count the cost. Who builds a tower without first counting the cost? Again a reference to actual building projects, materials, and planning. 3. Matthew 21 verse 42. The rejected stone. The stone the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. This is builder language. He's using construction metaphors because it's what he knew firsthand. 4. Matthew 16 verse 18. Upon this rock I will build my assembly. A master builder using strategic foundation imagery. This wasn't just spiritual allegory. It was a man drawing truth from his real physical work. The church erased his true image. So why did this image change? When Rome adopted and twisted the faith, they also rebranded the Messiah's image. They painted him pale, passive, soft-handed, a gentleman in flowing robes, calmly sanding wood. Why? Because a meek carpenter was less threatening than a stone-working revolutionary who confronted systems. This isn't just about physical appearance. It's about stripping away power. The real Yeshua was a manual laborer in a rugged land, understood the grit of work, the weight of stone, and discipline of building. The church's false image was part of Romanization, turning the Jewish Messiah into a Roman-friendly figure that supported hierarchy and passivity. Why this matters today? This isn't a small detail. It has spiritual consequences. When you change the image of the Messiah, you change the message. You start to imagine him as someone distant from labor, detached from struggle. But he wasn't. He was with the poor, the workers, the rejected. He knew sweat, calluses, and physical labor. He wasn't separated from reality. He lived it. Knowing Yeshua as a tecton, an artisan of stone, brings depth to his mission. He wasn't just building a religion. He was laying a foundation, one one soul at a time, a real builder, a real cornerstone. So next time someone calls him a carpenter, do you mean the Greek Tekton, the artisan, the stone mason, the builder of eternal things? Because the true Yeshua wasn't making tables, he was shaping kingdoms.